Hey y'all, it's me. I know y'all know it's me by now, huh? Pretty Princess 94602. And I thought I'd just come in for a little chit chat. It is cold today. Um, I got on my pajamas. Don't judge me. Because it's really cold. We got some rain today. I can't even remember the last time it rained. I mean, it didn't really rain. It wasn't pouring down, but it was a nice little constant drizzle for 4 or 5 hours. I mean, it off and on, off and on. So it's been chilly all day, no sun at all today, which is odd for us. And I don't know, I just haven't had the energy to do any. If I don't have any sunlight, I just don't do well when it's gloomy. I hate gloomy weather. I really do. I guess I'm a true California girl. I'm used to the sun. I don't like it too hot, but I love the sun. But anyway, that's not what I came on here to talk about. I kind of came on here to talk about what it's like when your adult children leave the house. Me and my husband are empty nesters now. My oldest son just moved out maybe about a month ago. And my youngest son's been gone for 2 years, I think. He's been gone about 2 years. And it was that oldest boy that just didn't want to leave the nest. What it's like when your children leave, and I guess how you transition as a parent. Now, the kids are my children. My husband doesn't have any kids. This is my second marriage. So they're both boys from my first marriage. I mean, there are our kids, but mine biologically. And so my youngest son got sick, and he was in the hospital. And he called me, and he was like, Mom, I'm in the hospital, something's going on. And of course, a mother's first reaction, and I'm a drama queen. I just immediately hung up the phone and just tears just start flowing. And I told my husband, he just called, he's in the hospital, we gotta go. The hospital's less than 5 minutes away from where we live. I just jumped in some clothes and went. And I got there, and his girlfriend wasn't there yet. And, I was asking questions, of course, like a concerned mother. So when his girlfriend got there, it was kind of like, I don't need you now, girl. And me and my son, we have this lax, fun type relationship. I call him child, he calls me girl. But it's real playful. We always have had that. But it was so weird because I just felt like he did not need me. He my role as that mama bear just was not needed. I mean, and I have to give you a backstory. My husband and I, my first husband and I divorced when the kids were really young. So I was basically a single parent. Even though, he, back and forth, he assisted. Not really as much as he should have, but, I mean, he was there sometimes. But basically, I had sole physical custody of the children. So they were with me all the time, basically, because they didn't really started spending the night with their dad until they were older, like almost teenage boys, before they really would go to their dads on the weekends or whatever. So I have always been in protection mode with my kids because that's how my mom was with me. You know, I'm an only child. I was raised by a single mother, and she was older. She actually adopted me when I was 5 years old, but she was actually related to my dad. She was my dad's aunt. Yeah, aunt. She was my dad's aunt. She was married to my father's uncle, but he passed away before the adoption was final. So it was a single parent adoption. And my mother was a serious mama bear. And so when I had kids, I picked up those same traits. Like, you know, if my kids had any problems, I was there. If they had problems in school, I was there. If they hurt themselves, I'm there. And it's like now they are adults. My youngest son is 26, and my oldest boy will be 28 in a couple of weeks. Yeah, in about a week or 2 weeks, something like that. In October, he'll be 28. I know y'all like, God, well, how old are you, pretty princess? Well, y'all that know me know I'm 50. Well, 51. I'm 51. I started having kids when I was in my 20s. And my kids are now in their 20s. So, it's just that the dynamic has now changed where they don't need me. And I think this is like the first time where I've really felt like, okay, he's really grown. And he has a girlfriend that I'm not going to say that he needs more than he needs me, but he needs her in a different way than he needs me. And it was a huge, like this week has really, really been a huge eye-opener for me. Like, okay, your relationship with your children have changed. They don't need that mama bear anymore because the cubs are no longer babies. They can fend for themselves now, and they're doing that. Like, they are taking care of themselves. And I want to be that type of mother that, gives them that opportunity to do that and gives them that space to grow and do. And I just basically have to sit back and say, okay, well, he's in the hospital. I'm not going to call him every 5 minutes. I told him that if he needs me, he knows he can call me at any time. His girlfriend is there with him, and she has not left his bedside since he's been in there. And, I have a feeling like this young lady really cares about him, and I know she's going to take care of him. Nobody can take care of him like me, because I'm his mama. But she's, doing a good job. So it's just interesting how our roles change as parents, as our kids start to develop, and I think back when my kids were young. I never thought that, they're your babies. You think that you're always going to be that close to them. Because even when they were teenagers, we would still hang out and we still went to the movies together. They never had that, I don't want to go nowhere with my mama. You know, we went shopping. Because me and my kids, we had shopping in common. My boys love to shop. And I love to shop. So, of course, they loved me. We went shopping like our Saturdays. We would shop, go to the movies, go out to eat. And they love to eat too. So, you know, it was good. You know, I can't really say that their teenage years were horrible. Other than, you know, they did get into some stuff that boys get into. But, I mean, I just chalk that up to what boys get into. But as far as them distancing themselves from me as teenagers, they didn't do that. You know, so this kind of distance just really started like in their 20s. And I think, you know, Monday my feelings were like they were really hurt. I'm like, okay, this boy really don't need me. You know, and then something had to kick in and say this is not a boy. This is a man. He is 26 years old. He is an adult. He can make decisions for himself. And I have to let him do that. And as difficult as it is for a mother, one day, and the majority of y'all that watch me have small kids. And I love watching, you know, your kids. I have grandkids, your kids' age. But I enjoy watching, you know, your little families and stuff with your kids. But just remember, one day, those little kids that you watch sleep and wipe their nose and pick them up when they're crying and hug them and tell them how much you love them and take them out to ice cream, one day they're going to be adults. And they are basically not going to need you to do any of that. And it is not going to feel good when those thoughts set in. Seriously, it's not the best feeling. In one way. But then in another way, you have to smile because, you know, you raised them a certain way and you see at least some of those things that you instilled in them have worked. They are adults and they're taking care of themselves. My kids are happy. My son and his girlfriend, they look really happy. And I'm happy for them. I really am. So, me and my husband are empty nesters. We have Gizmo. And I do want to get a cat, but my husband is kind of like, he ain't too happy about that cat thing. And I don't know how Gizmo is going to react to a cat. I mean, we had a cat for a little while. My oldest son had a cat, and the cat got out the window. It was a mess. The cat, I don't know. The cat just didn't want to stay in the house, and he got out the window and went on about his business. Like he was coming back to eat and stuff, and then one day he just went missing. But Gizmo was kind of like, oh, let's stay away from this cat. So I don't really know how that's going to work out, but it's different just being me and just having me and hubby at the house. It's quiet. It's really quiet, but we are really digging this time, just me and him. I mean, I could not have married a better person. Like, he's so funny, and he's so intelligent that I don't get tired of him. So, we are like two kids just having a good time in this house by ourselves. So I just wanted to let y'all know, like, talk about some of the things that I've been going through this week. I'm thinking about doing Veda, vlog every day. I know y'all gonna get sick of me, but I don't know. If I can, I will. If I can't, then you won't see me. All right, let me go. I've been talking too long. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.